Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to draft this exaggerated puff sleeve. So the first thing we're going to do is to get our fabric folded into two. So it's either you're drafting on a pattern paper or on a fabric. But if you're drafting on a pattern paper, you don't have to fold into two. So the length I have is 25 and the width is 28 divided by 2, that is 14. So this is 14, and then I'm going to be coming down by 4 and connect it to meet the edge of the sleeve, which is how we create our cap height. So once you're done doing that, the next part you're going to be focusing on is the rigs. That is the reason why we are having it folded into two, that is 28 folded into two. So if your rigs is, let's say your rigs is 7.5 or it is 9, so you are either going to add 10-inch or 13-inch. My rigs is folded, my rigs the circumference of my rigs is 9, so I added 13. So I'm going to be coming 13 plus 9, I think that is 22. So 22 divided by 2, we have 11. So that is 11 I just marked. Then I'll connect the two lines together. So I'm done connecting, and I'm just going to use this chalk to mark it out because I noticed that it wasn't showing after using the pencil to mark on the fabric. So I've gone ahead to mark this out, and the next thing for us to do is to take our mid part. Apologies, I didn't notice that this was not showing very well, but then you just mark the middle part of that line that you came down by 4, and then you go up by 0.5. So this is just a freehand of how to create your cap height. So you go up by 0.5 and then you connect from that edge to meet the 0.5 that you went up with. So it's not really difficult, it's very simple. And then the next thing for us to do is to start cutting. Once you're done cutting, you notch the edge of the sleeve like I just did. You notch the edge, and the next thing is to get my dress. So this is my dress, and this is where we are going to be working on the puff part of the sleeve. So that part you notched is where you are going to be placing the sleeve. Where you notched that part of the dress, rather, is where you're going to be placing the part you notched. That is the shoulder of the dress. Apologies, I didn't mention that earlier. So this is the shoulder of the dress, and I'm just trying to zoom it in so that we'll all be on the same page and we won't miss this out. So all you have to do is to open it up, open it on the flat surface of your table. If you're able to work with this with your hand, you can please go ahead and do so. So this part is the back of the fabric. So we're going to be placing the front side facing each other. The front side is going to be facing the front side of the dress of the shoulder. So the edge which is notched, that is the part where you are going to be placing the sleeve. That is the edge of the notched part. You're just going to be placing the sleeve. I hope you guys understand what I'm explaining here. And then you get a pin to pin appropriately. But before you start pleating, you go to the edge of the armhole and place each edges together for the dress and the sleeve. You place each edges together and pin, and then you start aligning it. Start making sure each part is well aligned, and then you pin each part. Just follow this process that I'm doing. And because you can't start pleating immediately from the shoulder, don't start pleating immediately from the shoulder. Make sure you have about 3 inch apart before you start pleating. Just take a look at how I am going about this. So it's either you pleat on the other side, you pleat to face the other side. I believe you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So you just do the pleating should be convenient for you while you're working on this. So I had to make sure the camera is capturing this part because this is the important part of the video. If you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please kindly do so and subscribe and hit on the notification bell so you can get notified once I upload any sewing tutorial. And please give us a comment on this video. Tell me what you think so far, why we are still on it. Thank you so much. Okay, so then you go ahead and pin, and then you start pleating. You either pleat with 0.75 or you pleat with 0.5. So this space that I have here is what I'm going to be using to pleat, and I pleated with 0.75. I hope you understand that on your tape there is a part where I mentioned 0.75. I mentioned earlier on how to take our body measurement 0.75. So you are going to be pleating with 0.75. You pleat carefully. So just take a look at how I am pleating, and then use your office pin to secure the pleats. Use your office pin to secure the pleat. But one more thing I want you all to know on this video: whatever number of pleats you have on the right side is the same number of pleats you're going to have on the left side. So let's say on this part that I'm pleating off on the dress, for the armhole, for the shoulder rather, if I have a total number pleats of 4, I am also going to replicate the same on the other side, so that after sewing it will be equal. One side will not be fuller than the other side. So that is it. That is the secret about pleating. Make sure all your pleats on one side of the shoulder is the same on the other side. Let's say you are working on the right side of the shoulder. Whatever number of pleats you have, if it's 3 or 4 or 5, make sure it's the same on the other side of the pleat. So this is it. This is what I'm saying. So before you proceed in pleating for the other side, just the same way we had to pin it on the edge of the dress and also on the sleeve, do the same thing. Hold it down with a pleat, with a pin, and make sure it's well aligned just before you get to the shoulder. Then you stop pinning and then you start pleating. Now I've gone ahead to pin this part, and then I'm also going to pin this other part, making sure it is flat, everything is equal, nothing is bulging there. And then I will take it up and then pin again, me leaving 3 inch apart for me to be able to pleat. So you can see the excess. So this is where I'm now going to pleat. Like I mentioned, make sure your pleats are equal on both ends. Thank you. So once you're done pleating, the next thing for us to do is to take this to the sewing machine and sew from one edge, from this edge to the end of the sleeve to the other edge. So I'm just going to take it to the sewing machine and then I'm going to sew. So this is what we have after sewing. So I've gone ahead to sew from one edge to the other, and this is what we have. Please, if you have a weaving machine, please do it to weave. I'm going to be weaving this later, but then if you have a weaving machine, please do it to weave so you have a very neat job. After doing that, the next thing is for us to attach our elastic, so we'll have the fullness of the puff sleeve. So the first thing you're going to do is to fold by 0.5 and then you fold again by 1 inch. I know this is it's not clear, but then just follow what I'm saying. Fold by 0.5 and then you fold by 1 inch. So I'm going to sew this and then show you how to attach the elastic. I've gone ahead to sew this off the camera, and then to attach the elastic, you cut an elastic of 10 inch. If your wrist is 11, please add 1 inch to it. So this is 10. I've gone ahead to cut a 10-inch elastic, and then I'm going to be passing this through the part we just that is the edge of the sleeve. I'm going to be passing this through. So you're either going to pass with a safety pin or whatever you use in passing elastic. But me, I don't have a safety pin. I had to improvise by using this, by sewing with a needle from on one edge and then passing it with the edge of the needle. So if you follow this process, it's also easy for you to pass. So I'm using the edge of the needle to pass the elastic. While you're passing, make sure the other end of the elastic is secured with an office pin. Make sure it is secured with an office pin. So you can see how I am passing. You just keep passing it gradually. If you have to go with this process, you need to be very patient, because sometimes the needle can fall back and then you have to start all over again. But then if you don't want to go through with this process, please do work with a safety pin or whatever you use in passing your elastic. And remember, I said at the edge of the other elastic, please secure it with an office pin. Thank you. So you see how easy it is. But then it looks easy, but you have to be very patient when you are passing this. Please use an office pin to secure the other edge so you don't have to start all over again. Please use an office pin to secure the other edge. Once you're done using an office pin to secure this edge, you take it to your sewing machine and then you double stitch so that it will be firm on the fabric. You double stitch so it will be firm on the fabric. So at this point, you put in your hand to see if it's sitting well on the sleeve. You adjust the elastic again. You would have excess on the elastic. Please take note on that. You have excess on the elastic. After that, so I'm going to be taking this to the sewing machine to sew. So this is what we have. And I'm sewing with 1 inch. And at some point, I had to sew up when I was getting to the armhole. I had to give room of 1.5 because I'm going to be weaving. I'm going to be weaving the armhole and also I'm going to be weaving that part that I'm sewing. Please, dear sewmate, while you are sewing, make sure you weave every part. Don't wait till you're done sewing an outfit before weaving. No, it's not going to be neat. Make sure you weave every part, especially the armhole. It's very important because if you don't weave, you don't have a neat, clean, finished job. This is what differentiates you from every other tailors or seamstress out there. Make sure you weave so that when your client sees the job, it's going to be very, very neat. So I'm going to be showing you the parts where we're going to be weaving. Remember, I said always weave. This is very, very important. That is why I am flogging on this part. So this is where I'm going to be weaving. I'm going to be taking this off the camera. I'm weaving from this edge to the other edge where we sew. Please weave this from this edge to the other edge and then you're going to see the outlook after weaving. So this is what we have after weaving. You can see how neat it is. Why I am flogging on the issue on weaving. It's very important you weave so you have a clean finishing and your clients would love the dress, or you yourself would see that your work has a clean finishing. That is why it's important we weave every part of every part of the outfit we're making. Most especially this armhole is essential you weave. And please do use a matching color thread if you are working with 2 color fabric like I am doing. So I'm working with a sky blue and a navy blue. At some point I'm going to change this to a navy blue thread because I will be sewing the navy blue part. Please do not use a sky blue to sew another part of the of another color on the outfit, most especially when they are not matching. So please use a matching color thread to sew. So you're going to be seeing me sewing with a navy blue color. You can see I've gone ahead to change this and then I'm sewing with a navy blue so that it will give a very clean finishing. And that will be all. Thank you guys for staying to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you think on the comment section. If you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, please kindly subscribe. It's on the notification bell so you can get notified once I upload any sewing tutorial. And do not forget to give us a thumbs up and tell us what you think on the comment section. So this is the dress. Tell me what you think. How is this puff sleeve looking on the mannequin?